Hey guys, and welcome back to another new Animal Crossing video. I'm ChillingCharly, and in today's video I'm going to be going over 5 forgotten features that I want to see return to Animal Crossing New Horizons. Now these may have been forgotten by Nintendo, they may have been forgotten by fans, I'm not sure, it's all subjective, but I thought these were 5 really cool things that I would love to see come back in Animal Crossing New Horizons, and let's hope they do if you guys enjoy them. And if you're excited for this video, be sure to leave a like to show your support, and let's get straight into this. For our first feature, we have note bottles, and I know what you're thinking, these are in Animal Crossing New Horizons, and of course that's absolutely correct, but they're quite different in Animal Crossing New Horizons, where in New Horizons, you basically get note bottles on the beach every day, and they contain a DIY recipe that was written to you by a random villager in the game. So in Animal Crossing Wild World, the notes were actually a bit more mysterious, they didn't always say exactly who they were from, and also the notes were a lot more fun because you could write your own and send those out to sea. So instead of just receiving notes, you could actually send off notes yourself. Now we can all guess why Nintendo has not included this feature in New Horizons, the ability to send out notes to other players. Obviously they don't want people sending out rude messages, but I think you could easily fix that by just limiting it to people on your friends list, because to be honest with you, if people really want to leave rude messages to you, they could do so on your notice board anyway. I'm not saying that the written notes should just go out to any random stranger, although I think that'd be really fun. I can get why that might be a bad idea, but just for your friends, I think these note bottles should come back, because it'd be kind of cool to check, you know, what they've sent to you, and I know my friends would definitely send some very devious things, so I would love to see that come back. In at number 2, we have Raffle Day. Raffle Day was an event that occurred at the end of every single month, and it was really great. So basically, as you shopped in Tom Nook's store throughout the month, you would get raffle tickets. Let's say you bought a cabin sofa on January the 1st. Well, as you continued through the month, you would gather a bunch of tickets for buying a bunch of stuff, and at the end, you'd be able to use those January tickets, only in January, to get cool prizes from Tom Nook. You'd enter his raffle. Maybe you'd get lucky, maybe you wouldn't, but the items were usually really cool because they were often quite rare. Some of them I believe you could only get through his raffle, and other ones were just really cool looking, or you know, super expensive or something like that. So it was a really cool feature, and it sort of gave players more of a reason to keep buying, and because they kept buying, they also increased their catalog, so it's really a win-win. And Animal Crossing GameCube, I gotta say, definitely has the best forgotten features on this list in my opinion. In at number 3, another GameCube one, and another one relating to Tom Nook. If you hit Tom Nook's store door, which rhymes, with a shovel, you would get it to open. This would have to be very late at night, so when he's closed up of course, and he would greet you very tired, still in his dressing gown as you can see, and you'd be able to shop around for a little bit longer, which I just find so cute and so funny. And stuff like this is honestly what makes Animal Crossing such a great game. The little things, like the little attention to detail, like look how tired he looks, he's in his nightie, and that face as well. Isn't it a bit much banging a shovel on my door at this time? Maybe, but you know what, it's a lot of fun, and if it gets us to do a little bit more shopping in your store, Tom Nook, I don't really think you can complain too much. In at number 4, we have Lost Keys. This is a bit of a random one to be honest with you, but I got thinking about this and actually how cool it kind of is. So in Animal Crossing City Folk, maybe in Wild World, I honestly don't know. I don't think so. I think mostly in City Folk. I don't think this was a thing in Wild World, but I may be wrong on that. But yeah, in City Folk definitely, you could find lost keys. Your villagers would sometimes come up to you and say, "Hey, Ben, I've lost my house key, you know? I can't get back into my house. I don't know where it could be. Maybe I was sitting by the river or something." And yeah, you'd kind of have to fish it up from the river and bring the key back to them. So it's like a little bit of a fetch quest. But I just think it's so cool because stuff like this is actually low-key kind of realistic, how they would lose their keys and stuff, because they do actually lock their doors when they're out, so you can imagine that they would need their keys to get back in. And it adds that little bit of depth for the villagers, you know, they've got their own lives, their own schedules, their own things they're doing, they lose things just like we do. It was really great, and I'd love to see more stuff like this come back, even if it isn't the exact same. Now in at number 5, this may not necessarily be a forgotten feature for all of you guys but it's definitely something that Nintendo has forgotten about and probably won't ever bring back, but I really wish they had, and that is NES games on the Animal Crossing GameCube. The NES games were honestly so cool, so great. I really desperately wish they would come back. You could play, for those of you who haven't played the original Animal Crossing, you could literally play all of these different NES games, like mini versions of them, in your Animal Crossing game. I believe the reason why they added these in to begin with was to incentivize people to actually buy Animal Crossing, because at the time games like Animal Crossing weren't nearly as popular. So it was really cool to see these, and I'd love to see them come back in a future game. Do I think they actually will? To be honest, I really don't, unless we see like a HD remaster of Animal Crossing on the GameCube. But even then, I don't know if they'd include the NES games, because they have the virtual console and everything now. But still, they're definitely missed and one of those really great features. If you guys want to continue the discussion, be sure to join us on Discord, the link is in the video description. I want to give a big thanks to my channel members who support this channel every month. You can join them by clicking the join button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like to show your support, and you can also subscribe for even more Animal Crossing New Horizons content. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. You can check out more videos on the right side, and you can also check out my links in the description too if you want to check me out on social media. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and catch you in the next.